With India and China at an eyeball-to-eyeball situation at the LAC for more than 4 months, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will be making a statement over the prevailing situation along the line of actual control in the Parliament. The Defence Minister is scheduled to address the Lok Sabha at 3 p.m. and is set to apprise the MPs and the country over the developments on the border. This comes a day after Prime Minister Narendra Modi had lauded the braves of Ladakh and called for the unified support for our forces. Earlier, the Congress and the IUML, or the Indian Union Muslim League, sought a discussion in Lok Sabha over the LAC standoff, accusing the government of failing to counter China. So Rajnath Singh is expected to issue that statement at 3 p.m. That is when the Lok Sabha will be convening for the second day of the monsoon session. Gaurav Sawant is joining us, in fact, this morning with the latest updates from Leh. Gaurav, good morning. A lot of focus on what the government is going to say. Of course, while there will be certain details that cannot be put out because of strategic importance, it will be important to also note what Rajnath Singh says about the current situation at the LAC.
It indeed would be, because so far, we've heard from Prime Minister Narendra Modi when he addressed the all-party meeting about what happened at Galwan initially, subsequently about what was happening at Pangong. So, but currently as we speak, just behind me is the Leh airfield, and you have our fighter jets flying combat air patrols virtually constantly, and this goes on to indicate that they are protecting our skies at all times. There are similar reports from across the line of control where the Chinese Air Force has also intensified some of its air activities, and this shows, air activities seem to indicate the kind of effort that is on to protect our territory. Yesterday we were anchoring till late at night, and you had your fighters in the sky. So there's night flying that's on, there's flying on early morning through the day, and it's not just Indian Air Force fighter pilots, fighter planes, but also helicopters of the Indian Army, which means along with the Indian Air Force, so which means men and material are quickly being shifted from one place to the other wherever the requirement may be. An indicator, Akshita, that this is a very dynamic situation along the line of actual control, where Defence Minister would be giving some details to members of the opposition. But as the Prime Minister said, every citizen, every member of Parliament, irrespective of the party perhaps, needs to stand with soldiers at these very inhospitable heights behind me. Right now our army, from what army sources are telling India today, is at commanding heights on either side of Pangong, so also in Depsang, but the situation remains fluid at this point of time, Akshita. Okay,
Gaurav, stay on with us. I want to also take this across to Anand Patel to really understand what the opposition strategy is going to be during the statement by the Defence Minister. Anand, good morning. The opposition already yesterday had put out adjournment motion notices seeking a debate on the standoff at the line of actual control. What are their expectations right now from the Defence Minister's statement?
Well, yes, good morning, Akshita, and it's going to be an action-packed day here at the Parliament on the second day of the monsoon session. And as per the list of business what we've been given in Lok Sabha, once it resumes at 3 p.m, Rajnath Singh is going to make a statement. But if you look at the list of the business, it is listed after at least 9 papers are tabled by ministers, and also a standing committee report on labour. So it is after that the Defence Minister Rajnath Singh is going to make a statement on the development on the border in Ladakh. This is what the wording says in the list of the business. So it is going to be a statement from the government, not a discussion or a debate as the opposition has been demanding. And this is what is reflected in the adjournment motion notices which were given to the Speaker yesterday by the leader of opposition, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary from the Congress party, and the Indian Union Muslim League and other parties. They are demanding a complete debate and discussion on this issue because this is a very important matter. And the Congress party, particularly Congress party former President Rahul Gandhi, has been demanding that the government should come clean on this entire issue, be transparent and tell the nation as to what exactly is happening on the border along the LAC, and also what is the situation vis-a-vis the Chinese incursions, because there are multiple reports suggesting that the Chinese have encroached upon Indian territory in at least 4 places: the hot springs, the finger point area, the Depsang plain. So clearly, the opposition wants a discussion and debate so that, complete information is there. Obviously, the government is skirting this issue. Yesterday also, we saw the statement from the Prime Minister, and he appealed that the Parliament should speak in one voice so that the morale of the Jawans who are etched up in the heights, the snowy peaks, protecting and guarding our borders is not hit. So clearly, the tone has been set by the Prime Minister. Today, the statement from the Defence Minister will be very crucial, and opposition obviously is demanding a debate and discussion on this issue.
And this is happening at a time when the government has faced a bit of criticism, particularly over Mr. Jaishankar's meet with his Chinese counterpart, where the opposition raised questions about why he didn't reiterate the need for status quo ante at the LAC. Anand and Gaurav, thank you for joining us this morning.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.